Welcome back. I'm on the back-to-back. Welcome back. Another back-to-back video. I just finished recording one, and here I am with the second one in a row, which is sometimes I do from time to time. Okay, now again I'm talking about social media, and I really have a question, and I really would love if somebody could just answer the question for me, because I'm here thinking to myself, and I'm wondering if I'm the only one who's thinking like this, because a lot of times I'm thinking about these things and I'm not sure if other people have the same kind of mindset, or people are, as curious as I am, or whatever. So again, I am here to find out something about social media that I don't understand. I know I'm a little bit backwards when it comes to a lot of things on social media. I'm backwards because I have mentioned already many times, or if people realize it, that I'm kind of in my own lane. I'm in my own world. I'm in my own zone. Sometimes I will, just take my foot and tip and, just kind of test the waters a little bit. But I normally just keep myself into my own little bubble. Is that a good thing? Not necessarily. So yes and no, because I feel like it's kind of safe being in my own little lane. And at the same time, it's kind of limiting. So I try to test the waters sometimes with other things, which is why I'm talking about certain topics rather than just doing motivational videos per se. Which in the end, all in all, there are kind of motivational videos. Even if I'm just asking questions or whatever, the whole logic or the point that I make always comes across as something that is supposed to motivate, empower, uplift, something like that. You get the idea. Now I'm here to ask or maybe a few questions, because I've seen how social media is going. And I have many questions about social media. I've made videos about social media, and here I am making another video about social media, and I will continue to make more videos about social media. So this one is about more like current affairs. And if it comes to the test, I will do that, and I will do commentary, and I will blog. I will play around a little bit sometimes with it, okay? So I'm here to find out why. First of all, I know that the world is in a recession. Almost every country I know has a recession. It's very hard. It's very difficult. People have to work really hard. And even so, most of the people are still struggling to make ends meet, and life is at a place where it's just not easy. And no matter whatever country it is the same for every country. The only way you can escape that is if you're really successful and you have a lot of inheritances, or you're just rich because you're rich. You know what I mean? Or you're just successful, monetary wise. Okay? So you can afford and you can pay your bills with ease. You have many houses and cars, and you can take vacations, and money is really not the issue. It's not really for these people I'm talking, okay? But I'm talking about real people in real life now, okay? And I'm going to narrow it down to even Jamaica. Now my question is, where do people find so much money? Let me see if I can focus my light a little bit more in my eyes, or is it a little bit, I think it's okay. I'm going to narrow my question down to focus it a little bit more on Jamaica, okay? Or Jamaicans. Where do people in 2023, where do people get so much money from to just easily, and I'm going to also focus on TikTok. This is really about TikTok also. So Jamaicans and TikTok. Where do people get so much money to always be sending money to people on the internet who for one don't deserve it. And I don't care if anyone is going to come for me. And my back is not broad, but I don't care. If it's the world against me, I can always stand up for myself. And whatever I say, whatever comes out of my mouth, I can always back it. I can argue myself to defend myself. Okay? Whatever argument I come with, I can stand on it and not back down. I'm great at that, actually. Very great at it. So, I don't care who comes for me. Nobody but probably will. They probably want to, but they won't. But fair enough. But where do people get so much money from to be sending money on TikTok? Because nowadays, TikTok is a money-making app. Straight up. I think it was created to be an app for social networking, but it's really a money-making place to be. I am still kind of new to TikTok. I don't have a lot of knowledge about TikTok, so let me put that out there. But at the same time, I know enough to know that people make money like crazy. There's so many things you can do on TikTok that will bring you gifts. And of course, in the end, you get money for it. Where do people get so much money? Because especially, I want to talk about something I saw. And it has me wondering, it has me scratching my head like, huh? I'm really scratching my head because I want it to make sense and it doesn't. Where do people get money? And these are Jamaicans I'm talking about. Whether you be living in Jamaica still, or you're living in somewhere in Europe or America or Canada or wherever you are living around the world. Where do you get so much money to send to these people who are on TikTok, who are doing lives or doing whatever they're doing? Like I said, I don't know so much about TikTok. But you can send them all these gifts and they are making a shitload of money just for showing up and doing a lot of nonsense. I talked about this in another video where that was the focus of it, but this is not necessarily the same exact thing I'm talking about. It's slightly different. And why is it different? Because I saw a video with this girl called Ivani or whatever. I don't even know. Something like that. But she's a Jamaican who's living somewhere in America. And I came across a video of how she was very aggressive and she was very vulgar and she was cussing out the people who sent her gifts, which is in essence money. And I'm saying to myself, huh? First of all, my question is, where do people get so much money to be sending to these people? When everybody that I know, or I can imagine, is struggling just to make their daily lives meet, or to make their lives make sense, and to make ends meet. And I see that they can easily send this gift, this one, that one. And I'm not saying only Jamaicans gift people. Not only Jamaicans gift Jamaicans on these apps. That's not what I'm saying. But I see that, and you know what I've come to realize also? I've come to realize that there's a Jamaican TikTok, which obviously I'm not a part of. I didn't know there was a special TikTok, a separate TikTok for Jamaicans. I'm not a part of it, and I don't want to be a part of it. And I don't care what anyone thinks or says. I wouldn't want to be a part of that TikTok. But I do see that there is a Jamaican TikTok. So I'm imagining that Jamaican TikTok is mainly for Jamaicans, as it would suggest, I guess. Jamaicans are there. Jamaicans are famous on TikTok for that. You know, I don't even know. I really don't even know. Okay. And I see how this Ivani person was behaving in such a vulgar manner, cussing out people, the very people who she said out of her own mouth sent her gift, but she doesn't matter. They must go suck their mother, she no business. And I'm saying to myself, strong and mighty. As so, you don't have money. If you dash out on people on internet, people who for one don't deserve it, because first of all, you wouldn't deserve my money if you're going to turn on and cuss me afterwards. And it's not that the person said anything really wrong, because I'm not saying that, okay, because you send me money, if it's suck up to you or whatever. No, I'm not saying that. But you're not even able to say something or to correct the person because you send them money, so then go tell her, go suck your mother. Me don't want you to think because you send me money, you can't tell me whatever. That was more like the attitude. It's not like the person was disrespecting her or anything like that. And more than one time I see her do it. And she cuss out the people, them like, them a junker, like them are nobody, and them are nothing. Like they're nothing, they're nobody. And I said to myself then, these are the people who are taking up their money. They hard me. Imagine say they hard earn money. They might take up and just send, using credit card and pay to gift these people and send them roses or whatever the hell they send over there. And the same people them turn around and cuss you like a junker, like a dog. I'm a bit to not gonna stop. I'm sure that's not gonna stop y'all from sending money. And you don't have to even be a Jamaican. It could be for anybody who comes across this video. How do you take up your hard-earned money and send? And I don't care if people want to think that I'm a hater or I'm jealous because nobody now gives to me and whatever. I don't really care. I don't give a rat's ass. Not a rat's behind me, no business. What nobody wants to, because I know that what I am saying makes absolute sense. And anybody who would have a problem with what I'm saying is because, mindset, they're in a really poor place. How want to manage to take up on the money and just send go give all these people just for the drama? Well, I guess the drama is entertaining. Maybe one could argue that the drama is entertaining and you're paying for the drama, to watch the drama. I guess is the only way I can say that makes sense to me. But wow. Like I said in a video I posted, I think it was the beginning of this week, I posted a video also talking about Eugenia Coney and other persons who just sit on the internet and absolutely do nothing, and they get all this money. They get a paycheck that is so fat that for one normal person, just a 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 or whatever, it would take them a couple months to make that amount of money they're making in 1 month. Sometimes even in a week, because social media pays. Social media pays like a bitch. Especially the TikTok there, from what I'm realizing. But where do people get so much money just to send in to them a people? Are we going to turn around and disrespect them? And cuss them out like dog? But I really love for someone to answer the question and tell me, how does it make sense? And I'm not jealous, and I don't care who says that. Because first of all, if I ever get to the place, which maybe one day, where I am being paid on social media, or people are gifting me on TikTok or whichever app there is, of course I will be bringing something to the table. I will be bringing content that is worth everybody's while. So there's a difference with just getting all this money and getting paid for a bag of nonsense. But it's not even that. But how do people manage to do that when life not easy, everything's so hard? And I'm not saying that you don't have your people. Of course, if you have your fans, right? If you have someone that you're a fan of, you have someone that you're a fan of, your idol or whatever. I don't really like to use the word idol, but you have someone that you look up to on the internet for whatever the reason, and you like them so much, and you want to give, send them a little something. I can understand that. I'm all for that, because like I said, if it comes to the test, one day, it comes to that day, I might be getting gifts from people too, and I would be happy for it. But I know what I will be bringing. It's not going to be drama. It's not going to be a bag of nonsense. It's not going to just to be empty and shallow. It's not going to be like that. So I know I will deserve it when the time is right. It's going to be 100% deserving. I'll be deserving of it. But when I look at these people and I see how I just want someone to help me to make it make sense. How did they just gift these people and send them so much money, and these are the same people who would turn around and treat them like shit, treat them like they don't appreciate them. They don't appreciate the little that they're sending or the much that they're sending. It's like people are in such positions these days where they feel like, I'm all that. I have my thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, where I don't care. I can tell you anything. I can cast you out. I can block you easily. And that's just it. It is what it is. They are so hype and they are so on their high horses that, oh my gosh. Because this Ivani girl here, she was just blocking the person and say, yeah, you are my regular. Her words were, you're my regular gifter or sender or whatever she said, something like that. But don't come over here and ask me, like she said, don't come over here and ask me no question. Blocking for you. Bam, bam, boom, boom. And like I said, it was more than once I saw her treat people like that. The same people who have put food on your table. You cannot. But you see, karma is still real. And not because you're in a season where everything is nice and mellow and you're making a bag of money, you feel like you can just, shit on the people who you think offend you in the slightest way. And sometimes these people are really doing nothing. You can get up and you block this one and you tell this one off and you cuss this one out. And you treat people like they are a piece of trash out there on the street. It is not nice. And I would love for someone to answer down below in the comment section and tell me, how do people do it? Because I know Jamaica is a place where the economy is, it's a disaster. It's a real mess. It's a real mess down there. And even people in Jamaica, like I said, not only people in Jamaica, living in Jamaica right now, are gifting these people. They're from America. They're from all over. Like I'm here living in Belgium, and I could go on the Jamaican TikTok and put my card and pay for this one and pay for this one because I like this one and that. So it's not necessarily that you're living in Jamaica. And even if you're a Jamaican living in another country, I'm sure you have to work your freaking ass off. You have to work your ass off. 2 or maybe 3 jobs if possible. It ain't easy for nobody. And when you take up your money and you send to these people, and I see there are so many charities out there who would deserve and need the help so they can help those people in need, the needy, the less fortunate. So many people are out there. So if you feel like you want to be generous, why don't you consider giving people who really need the help? Send it to charity. Find a trustworthy charity that you can. Miss Donna, Auntie Donna, she has her charity that she does sometimes, and hers is very trustworthy. The Friends of the Challenge Needy is not so popular, but quite a few people know it. You can always send help to there. Since I don't have so much money, that's not. We don't need if you pay, take care of one family. We don't need if you take care of oneself. We don't need if you give. One neighbor where maybe they suffer, where maybe deserve it. Because there's one thing if somebody deserves it or not. So I will say if that person deserves it. Yes, it's all about who is worthy and deserving of these gifts. And some of these people that they're throwing and dashing out all this money on, they do not deserve it. Because they're ungrateful, they're too hype, they think they're on top of the world and they're invincible and they're untouchable and they're unstoppable and they don't afraid to tell if you go suck out your woman. And other people I'm sure would be happy, more than happy, to get even a fraction of some of that money they want to send come. Because send go give them people, you have to make them richer. And yes, it happens. It happens to everybody. It's not just Jamaicans. People in every country make money off of social media. And many of them too still don't deserve it. Because they're getting paid for all the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? In my last video when I talked about social media, I touched on the topic about people who are just showing up without real talents. And not do nothing we warrant them some kind of payback. They not give no service. They not do no real entertainment to say, yeah. They not bring forth no real talent and no choose, no, you know. So, I mean, I don't want to have to repeat myself because I made a whole video about that. If you're seeing this and you want to take a look, it was recently, only like 4 days ago, I posted that video about social media and how people are just showing up, doing all kinds of nonsense and are making a bag of money. So it's kind of tied into this one also. But I just want someone to ask, where Jamaicans get so much money from? Can enough of them now over here, so they work all over America or Canada or England or wherever they work. Enough of them the same place I had. How much money them make so? Where they pay for all these people on internet. They support their fellow Jamaicans. Yes, support their fellow Jamaicans. But with what? What am I do? If you need to support them with. You can always support people, huh? But make sure it makes sense. Make sure it's for a worthy cause. Okay. I think my message has been sent across. That is my 2 cents on that. So yes, please leave your 2 cents in the comment section and tell me what you think, and catch you in my next video. Okay? Or you'll catch me in my next video. So until that time, I say walk good, smiles. Yeah.